Would you like to learn how to manifest your desires with more ease? Well, in this video, I'm going to share with you how using light language can actually help you manifest your desires with ease. I'm going to give you like a 7-step process of how to do so. Because when you use light language with intention, it can help you manifest your desires, heal deeply, and change your life in ways you never thought possible. Now, this video is for you whether you are channeling light language yourself or even if you're not channeling light language yourself. So you can use this process for if you're channeling yourself or if you are maybe listening to someone else's activations, whether you're listening to any of my activations or someone else's activation, they're topic specific. You can use the same kind of process, almost the entire same process, to help yourself manifest with more ease. And actually, if you would like to learn how to channel light language yourself, stay tuned because I'm going to introduce you to an exciting program that will help you activate your inner light language. But let's get into the 7 steps of how to use light language to help you manifest your desires. So the first thing is you want to uncover, well, what is it that you want to manifest? You have to have a starting point. What is it that you want to manifest? And here I want to invite you to not just think like, oh, I want a new car, but get to the root of it. Like, what is the essence behind what you want? Or let's say you want to manifest a beautiful, successful, thriving business, or you want to manifest more money, whatever it is. You want to get clear on what it is and then go a little deeper to uncover, well, what's the essence behind it? Because it's rarely the thing that you want, but it's what the thing will give you. If you want more money, it's not the money that you want, it's what the money will give you. Money gives you security, it gives you freedom, it gives you choices, it gives you options, it gives you something. So you want to uncover what that is. Let's say you want to have a brand new car or a beautiful home. It's not the home or the car that you want, but what it will give you. Well, if you want to have a brand new car, it's maybe because, well, maybe your car is not all that great anymore and you just want to have a brand new because then you don't have to worry about if it's going to break down or if something breaks or anything like that. Or a new home could be, well, maybe right now you're not living in a really nice area or your home is very small, and a new home will give you more space. It will give you freedom because you're maybe living in a better neighborhood. Things like that, right? So you want to uncover the essence of your desires. That's the starting point. You want to start with that. You want to get that clarity around that. Then the second step is you want to uncover your limiting beliefs about having it. Let's say money. And money is usually the one thing that most people are struggling with is, you know what, it's hard to make money. I'm not good enough to make more. Well, I can't get a raise at my job. And oh, it's so hard to attract clients. Whatever it is, right? Even also your fears of, well, if I make a lot more money, there are going to be the consequences because, well, the more I have, the more I can lose. Well, if I have more money, then maybe other people, they want to take advantage of me. Things like that. You want to uncover what are those beliefs that are at the core of why you're not having what you want. Because you can have anything and everything that you want. If you don't have it yet, it's not that you're not good enough and you can't have it or it's not meant to be. No. Now, usually there are certain inner blocks that are actually blocking you from having it. That's why uncovering your beliefs, your fears, your doubts is going to be the second step. You want to uncover, well, what is actually holding you back from having it? And here I want to invite you, don't go with the most obvious thing. The first thing that pops into mind. You want to go a little deeper, but do this without judgment. And usually you experience something or you learn something, you picked something up, you received that lack mindset programming early on during childhood. So you can kind of tune into there. Well, what was your experience around money then? And get some clarity around that. So you want to uncover what are your beliefs, your fears, your doubts, and even your experiences around having what you want. But like I said, do that without judgment because the more you can uncover, well, the more you can heal and release. And you may want to write that down so you can work with that. So write it down. Don't just do it in your head because you then quickly forget all the things that are coming up. And so write it down. And then the third thing you want to do is you want to uncover the core feeling behind what you have written down. Right? And this is crucial because when it comes to releasing blocks, it's about releasing the energetic charge, and especially using light language, it's about removing the energetic charge around those beliefs, those fears, those doubts. Right? So by you uncovering what is at the core of things, Let's say, not feeling good enough is really at the core of things. Or that you did something as a kid, you put yourself out there and then you were laughed at, you felt rejected and not wanted, whatever. You want to uncover that. What is the core feeling behind it? This is really the most crucial thing, because you don't want to just release the beliefs, because the beliefs are attached to an emotional response, right? So you want to uncover the emotional charge behind it, because that is what requires healing. Once you release the emotional charge, then everything will then fall into place. Everything then will adjust, because that is what you want to then clear, the emotional charge. You may then also write down those core feelings as well, also without judgment. Then the fourth step is, here's when you then start the healing process. You want to then tune in, really connect deeply with your soul, really open yourself up. And here, this is for you if you're channeling yourself, or if you are listening to an activation, whether it's one of mine or someone else's. You want to then really set the intention. Okay, what is it that you want to heal and release? Now, in my activations, in the beginning, I set intentions of what I want to focus on during the activation. But you then too can put your intention to, like, what is exactly that you want to heal and release, and then allow yourself to then release that during the channeling. But if you're channeling yourself, you want to write out your intentions, or just set those intentions. You don't have to write them down if you don't want to, of what you want to release, what you want to heal, what you want to let go of, what cords do you want to cut, soul contracts you want to dissolve, karma you want to release, whatever it is that you want to heal and release. You then set that intention of what is it that you want to release. And then you channel light language, or you listen to the activation. And here you may need to go layer by layer, because oftentimes it's like the layers of an onion. You need to pull one layer back and there's another one and there's another one. So you want to just go layer by layer with whatever comes up. The way I work with my clients is, when we're working on something, then I ask my clients, well, what came up for you? Did anything come up for you? So we can work on that. Or then I also then give information of what came through to me as I was channeling, so we can go layer by layer, right? But you may then need to do that as well. But the fourth step is really like setting that intention of what you want to heal and release, and then channel light language to heal and release that. And then the fifth step is, you then want to then decide, well, what do you want to then feel instead? What do you want to replace whatever you cleared? What do you want to replace it with, right? So these then also intentions, and then you can use light language to anchor that in, to infuse that in. Now, step 4 and 5, if you're channeling yourself, you can actually use that together. And even if you're listening to an activation, like I said, my activations, they have that combination of releasing and activating all in the beginning. So you can do that too, combining step 4 and 5. But you want to first uncover what is it that you want to release, and then what is it that you want to anchor it. You can write that down, or you can just set the intention as you're then starting to channel, before you start channeling light language, or before you're then listening to the activation. You can set those intentions. What do you want to then infuse? What do you want to anchor in? What do you want to activate within you? Because first you want to heal and release whatever is holding you back. And then you want to then anchor something in, something better, to replace whatever you released. And that's the powerful thing with light languages. When you're using those intentions, when you're setting those intentions, you can really change at the core level. You can release all that emotional charge, and you can activate what you need now to be more empowered to move forward. Because that is how you manifest, right? You want to raise your frequency to what you want to attract. But if you're having all these fears and doubts and limiting beliefs, where you're vibrating quite low, right? You're not an energetic match to what you want. And by using light language, you're releasing all that negative charge, the emotional charge, which then uplifts you a little bit, right? It opens you up then, and as you're using the intentions of what you want to activate, what you want to then download, what you want to then infuse, that's what then helps you uplift to that higher frequency, to be then more an energetic match to what you want to desire. Then of course, then the sixth step is what you want to surrender and trust. And each and every day, act from that surrendered place, act from that activated self, right? Because as you're using light language, you're healing and releasing and activating, you want to act from that place that is in alignment with what you want to manifest. Act from the place of what you want to feel, what you want to experience, as if you were already experiencing the things that you want to manifest. So here's like really trusting that it's on the way. It just hasn't appeared in my life yet, but it's already there. I already have that energetic connection with it. Now it's just a matter of time for it to show up in my life. That's the kind of trust that you want to adapt. And then the surrender is like really letting it go, knowing that whatever you're working on, whatever you're doing, and like I said, here the healing may take some time. You may need to go through different layers. But when it comes to manifesting, you never manifest in an instant anyways, because the universe gives you time to decide, is this really what you want, right? And it's the same thing with your healing process, the manifesting of that, because then you may then, as you're going about your day, and this is then really moving into the 7th step here is, as you're moving through your day, and then let's say you're getting in a bill in the mail and you're reacting negatively to it. In that moment, as you're getting the bill, you can then use light language to heal and clear and release whatever that negative charge is. And like, okay, now I'm going to reactivate that abundant self, that, really me trusting that everything is going to work out, that money is flowing into my life, or whatever you want to focus on. But you can use light language on the spot to release any negative charge. Even let's say you are going somewhere and something happens that really triggers you. You can heal and release it on the spot as well. Because you want to be an energetic match or an energetic alignment with what you want to manifest. But if life keeps happening to you and all around you, and you're kind of like the victim of the situation and you're not in your power, using light language will help you step into your power. Will help you release any of that negative charge that is affecting you, that is keeping you kind of like in a low vibration, so you can keep raising in vibration to keep moving towards attracting what you want. So here how that would go is, once you're becoming aware that something is bothering you, you tune and you connect if you're channeling yourself, and you just put your attention on what you want to release. Just focus on that emotion that you're experiencing in that moment and channel until you're feeling it release. And then you can put an attention, okay, I want to activate joy, happiness, abundance, freedom, whatever feeling you want to feel, and channel until you feel that. Now, of course, if you're not channeling yourself, then you may need to listen to an activation if you would like, whether it's one of mine or someone else's. And here I want to share with you, if you would like to learn how to channel light language yourself, I want to invite you to check out and consider joining me in my brand new program. It's called Activate Your Inner Light Language, where I will guide you through a set of activations to activate the different channeling abilities within you. I'm going to activate you to 4 ways of expressing light language, which is spoken word, singing, writing, and signing. And I'm going to introduce you to some other ones. But there's also a section in there to help you use light language for self-healing. And I share with you different processes to heal soul contracts, karma, past lives, negative energies, childhood trauma, working with the shadow, all of those different things, to really help you release whatever is holding you back. So if that is of interest to you, if you feel drawn to light language and learning it for yourself, you can go to activateyourlightlanguage.com, or there's also the link in the description below. And I hope you're going to join me in this program. It's going to be an exciting program for you, an exciting journey for you once you open yourself up to channeling light language. And even if you are already channeling light language and you feel like there's something missing, then still check out my program, because it still will be able to help you as well, especially the self-healing process, to really help you use light language for that as well. So like I said, link is in the description below, or you can go to activateyourlightlanguage.com. But here you go. Here you have the 7 steps of how to really use light language for manifesting your desires, so you can start manifesting with more ease and drawing all the good things that life has to offer for you. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, do me a favor, hit the like button. Maybe leave me a comment below. Let me know, how do you feel about this? Was there anything that I shared with you that gave you that light bulb moment maybe? Or even have you used light language for manifesting? I would love to know. But thank you so much for being here. Now be sure to check out this video here. It's like a beginner's guide of speaking light language, where I kind of introduce you to that, if that is of interest to you. But I look forward to seeing you again in the next video. Until then, make it an amazingly abundant, successful day. Namaste.